Erling Haaland has come a long way since his days playing for Norway's under-15 team. Now the striker is a key member of the senior national team and is one of the most exciting young talents in world football. In this video, we take a look at Haaland's Norwegian footballing journey and how he has developed into one of the best players in the world. Erling Haaland, the Norwegian football star, is one of the most talked about players right now in the world after his transfer to Manchester City. The young Norwegian sensation was linked with the European giants Los Blancos as well. However, Real Madrid pulled out because of the release clause that was put in by his agent in his contract. It is clear that Haaland is a wanted man. However, it was not that the 13-time UEFA Champions League winners could not afford his €75 million release clause. Rather, they pulled out because the contract that late Mino Raiola, who was Erling Haaland's agent, set up, had a clause in the Norwegian's contract that he could be bought for €150 million, which could even be triggered in the very next season. If this clause were to be triggered, it would mean that any team in Europe could buy Haaland for just €150 million next season, which would be below the market price for a player of Haaland's caliber, and one which the 13-time champion simply couldn't pass up. So the Los Blancos decided to pull out from the transfer. However, this is not the focus of our video today. We look to explore what Erling Haaland, who is known as the Norwegian sensation today, has been doing for his national football team. So, how good of a player is he in his national team? Or is he only able to perform well when playing with stars alongside him? Without further waiting, let's analyse his footballing career for his national team from the very beginning. The Norwegian sensation started his under-15 footballing career for his national side, Norway, on September 15, 2015, under the mentorship of Erling Johnson, as he was the under-15 national team's coach at that time. Erling Johnson himself was a Norwegian player and coach. He played his first ever game for Norwegian under-15 side against Sweden and banged in 2 goals. However, despite his efforts, his team lost 4-2. He scored his first ever goal for the under-15 team just after 6 minutes into the game. This showed the teenager had lots of potential. Erling Haaland started his under-15 national footballing team career with a bang as he scored 4 goals in only 4 appearances. Yes, 4 goals. He played his first game for the under-16 side on January 18, 2016. His first game for the under-16 team was against the Czech Republic, which resulted in a 1-1 draw. However, he could not perform well during his tenure as an under-16 player for the Norwegian football team. He was able to net in only 1 goal, yes, only 1 goal in 17 appearances. Moving forward, he made his debut for the under-17 national side on March 23, 2017. He was coached by Erling Johnson here as well. The Norwegian sensation made his debut against the under-17 national team of Israel. He was able to put the ball into the net twice in this match, leading his team to a 3-0 win. However, Erland had a lot of confidence in Erling Haaland's potential as he played him in the under-17 team even after his poor form in the under-16 team, as he only scored 1 goal in 17 appearances, which is very embarrassing for any forward. Again, it was Erling Johnson who gave him opportunity to play, but he only played 5 times in total as an under-17 player for Norway and netted only 2 goals. These 2 goals came in the first match against Israel's under-17s. His form started to get better as he got into the under-18 national side. He made his debut for the under-18 team on August 30, 2017. His age at the time of his debut was just 17 years, 1 month and 9 days. He played a total of 6 games and banged in 6 goals as an under-18 player. His first game for his under-18 side versus the under-19 team of Austria resulted in a 1-1 draw. This match was played in Store Stadium with 300 attendees watching the game. His debut game was against the under-19 team of the Netherlands, who literally thrashed the Norway under-19 team. Not a debut game Erling Haaland would have dreamed for. His team lost 6-1 against the Dutch side. Pretty embarrassing to say the least. Johannesson, or better known as Paco, was convinced that Haaland would become the world-renowned player he is today sooner or later. However, he believes there is a crucial turning point in 2018 during the UEFA Euro Under-19 Championship qualifiers that set him on an accelerated path to success. It had been many years since Norway made an impact at youth level, so when they travelled to Germany for a group game, it was expected to be the end of their journey and another tournament missed for a nation that is football crazy. However, the Norwegian star Erling Haaland had other ideas. According to Paco, Haaland's match against Germany in the Euro qualifiers was a turning point in his career. It was the break he needed to become the player he is today. Haaland scored 2 goals versus Germany, leading his team to a 5-2 victory. Haaland was on top of his game and showed his dribbling skills and lethal finishing. In the next game, Norway demolished Scotland, with Haaland scoring 3 goals, 2 of them from the penalty spot. This booked their ticket to the Euros, and then they went on to qualify for the Under-20 World Cup, an achievement that hasn't been accomplished in 26 years. He was making history with his Under-20 side, and he was also playing for senior Norwegian football teams as well, so he was starting to cash in his talents. Moreover, in one of the Under-20 World Cup games in Poland, Norway was on the brink of elimination, staring down the barrel of an early tournament exit. The only way they could progress to the next round was by winning by a margin of 5 goals or more, a daunting task for any team. However, this challenge was taken up by Haaland, who ended up scoring 9 goals and leading his team to a stunning 12-0 victory against Honduras. Paco recalls one funny incident from the match where Haaland was annoyed with himself for not scoring the 10th goal. However, the real game started when he joined the Under-20 national team at the age of 18 years, 8 months and 2 days. He made his debut on March 23, 2019. Almost after a year, he joined the Under-19 Norwegian national side. He played his debut game against Austrian Under-20 team with 390 attendees watching the game. The Norwegian sensation came on as a substitute for Christian Thorstved to make his debut. Just after 5 minutes coming onto the pitch, he scored a goal with his weaker foot. His only goal led the Under-20 Norway side to a win against the Under-20 side of Austria. He started making his name right from the start of his Under-20 Norway footballing career. He was remarkable, literally remarkable, for the Under-20 side. He banged in 11 goals in just 5 appearances. Yes, 11 goals. Absolutely ruthless. He definitely started to show his lethalness in front of goal as an Under-20 national side player. He became an Under-21 player when he was just 18 years old. He made his debut on September the 11th, 2018, as an Under-21 player for Norway. Erling Haaland's first Under-21 game was versus the Under-21 national team of Azerbaijan, which his team convincingly won 3-1. He played only 3 games and scored a total of 0 goals. Yeah, 0. From scoring 11 goals to 0. He wore the number 20 shirt during his time as an Under-21 player at the Norwegian national team. But perhaps it was, as they say, the lull before the storm. He made his debut for the senior Norway side on September 5th, 2019, as a 19-year-old. And since then, he has been a lethal finisher for his national side and has started living up to his potential. The Norwegian sensation's first ever professional football for Norway was against Malta in the European qualifiers, which his team won by a margin of 2 goals. He banged in 20 goals in just 21 appearances. That is almost 1 goal per game. Absolutely ruthless. Every team would love to have a striker like that, who even has the capability to convert even half chances. It is pretty obvious that Erling Haaland showed potential in his under-15 days. However, he did go through bad form during his time as an under-16 player. But after that, he's been phenomenal in almost all of the following years. He has become an absolute beast in front of goal now for the Norwegian football team. He has the potential to single-handedly take his team to glory. Every attacking midfielder would love to have such a goal scorer in front of them. The Norwegian star is all set to wear the blue jersey with Manchester City fans roaring behind him at the Etihad Stadium, as they will be set to defend the Premier League title in the coming season. The 21-year-old Erling Haaland has definitely further strengthened the attacking force of Manchester City and made them a strong contender for the UEFA Champions League.